I'm just an alchemist. I turn pens and papers into verses. Turn 3 verses into a song that makes you nervous. Turn 10 songs into an album with a purpose. And I'll plant that seed in a place deep beneath the surface. Water that seed till the trees grow tall as birches. The tree bears fruit, the sun gets heat like a furnace. The fruit provides nourishment for every single person, but the fruit becomes worthless. Surrounding climate worsens, so I go back to the lab, create a different version, but something seems odd. Those pens and papers just ain't working. Now the situation's changing, everything seems uncertain. I'll stop planting those seeds, cause it's time to close the curtains.
I move all over, you can say I get around. I walk along the highways, turn up in every town. My hands reach out and steal life without a sound. Make a speech on every soapbox when I just wanna get down. This is my Jordan here, so pour the beer and pour it wine accordingly. I'm acting finely tuned and fully lunar mode. Eclipse the sun, send a coded letter, hoping, read it, hoping you can be the one to make me feel a little bit better. Instead of sunset and stars coming, climbing hills and running it down. Gotta make it to the lake by sundown. We can wash away this awful clay that molds us, holds us in its way. When soldiers bar the way, I turn around and walk away.
An example of a low pressure bad apple collabo. Haven't you noticed our main focus how the topics get tackled? Get in a downward spiral once our cages get rattled. And don't you realize that real life is an uphill battle? An example of a low pressure bad apple collabo. Haven't you noticed our main focus how the topics get tackled? Get in a downward spiral once our cages get rattled. And don't you realize that real life is an uphill battle?
Catch Paul, he's falling like leaves in autumn. You ought to see him now, he's calling from the Odyssey's bottom. These Colosseum columns got him in a bad situation. If it's the last temptation or the fact that I'm facing, then pack out me bracing myself for the crash we're awaiting. Meanwhile back at the station, people are tasting confession. Perversions raising the question, why were we raised in deception? Fuck all this stressing, got me blazing this section. Crazed and aggressive, mess for days in this maze of obsession. Just a blessing in disguise, depression I'm guessing. Just a lesson for the trouble, burnt, bubbled and blisteredness. A twisted, a rock shit, pissed, double fist.
I'm just a thinking man swimming in the sinking sands of lost time. A heart so cold, my soul's exposed to frostbite. I don't suppose you notice.